Hello, viewers, managers all over the world. Welcome to tonight's episode of the FPL Ambassador Show. It's been a long double game week 21. We've had a 1 week full break, an extended version of a double game week. I haven't seen this before. I don't know if Raymond has, but I am yet to see a game week that takes over 2 weeks to play. So hello, managers. You're all welcome. You're all welcome to tonight's edition. You're welcome. So this week we are talking about, or we are asking managers, how tricky is this game week? Because the game weeks that, or the fixtures that have come out are for teams whose form aren't so good. That is one. Or the fixtures are also not helping because they are facing using the FDR. The ratings are around 4 and 5 for most of the teams. So it's a bit of, something here, something there. But we will definitely help ourselves and help you too. So Raymond, welcome aboard.
So thank you. Good to be online, back discussing FPL and stuff. The only certain for us is that Mo Salah is gone. He's at the AFCON. So no more Pema captain Mo Salah updates so far in the game. But I think so far we'll manage it without him. And I think the AFCON has also gone quite well. Just that it's been a little bit low scoring. Some people are even praying that Salah is knocked out early so that he comes to join their FPL. People are planning that by game week 23 he'll be back so that he will join them in their FPL teams. But shall we? How you go do it? We'll just find a way around it.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. So Marvin will be joining us shortly. So let's get a show started.
So we're reminding managers to subscribe to the channel, let others know about it. Let's help grow the channel bit by bit. We are growing and we help others to get to know about this wonderful insights we are sharing as well each Thursday on YouTube. Then as you subscribe to the channel, don't forget to join the league. The code is there. At the end of the season, whoever would win is getting the 1,000 Ghana cedis up for grabs. So that is it there. So Rowland, game week 21. Yeah. How was your game week 21?
Game week 21 was, I think it was all about the captain choice. And I went for the wrong option. I looked at it from the angle that Antonio was picking up a bit of form.
Sure.
I remember having some discussions with you where I was telling you that in 1 week Antonio wasn't looking so good because he looked like the link-up man. And the following week, just before this game week, he was able to persuade me by I think he gave an assist. He didn't score. So I felt that was good enough to put it on him. Knowing his record of scoring 4 goals against Norwich last 2 seasons, I thought that could be a benchmark. Okay. So unfortunately for me, I went for him over Bowen. But I'm glad I even had Bowen because I would have lost a whopping 21 points.
Charlie.
So all in all, I'm glad that I had Bowen in my team. Yes, Calvert-Lewin missed the penalty. So for the second game week running, I've had players who could have helped raise my rank, but unfortunately let me down. Salah first missing that penalty against Leicester as my captain as well. And then the following week, Calvert-Lewin missing a penalty. When he stood behind the ball, I was like, what is this guy doing? How can you have such a short run up for the penalty? I just knew I was going to miss it. So I just had to take it on the chin. The rest of the players, more or less, it was Alonso that helped a bit. The rest there, Sankwas. Watkins. So a little on Watkins. I wanted to take Watkins out before the game week was, even up and running. But, per our discussion, it was as if the fixtures he's having are looking good. So there'll be no need to bring him out, bring him in, bring him out, bring him.
Charlie.
Yeah, exactly. So I didn't want that. So that was just about it. The fear of missing out made me go for Son. And in the end, he gave me a 6-pointer, knowing that this week you'd have a double game week. he gives me an injury, bad injury news that he's out. So all in all, the game with 21 didn't go well. The -8, my gap of about 60 on Marvin has dropped to 20 something. And I know
Suspect
work
man,
is also affecting me.
Joba.
I know work is affecting me, so
Marvin,
I know
Marvin
I'll
Owusu.
get back on my feet.
Charlie.
May
It's a bit
God
of a
make
worry
you
because
more prosperous this year. May God
Amen.
may you continue to work and get more money. In
Amen.
Jesus' name, your season has changed. We like the
Amen.
work. We like the work.
Amen.
More work.
Amen.
More busy. Be busier than you
You
ever
see,
been
like,
busy before.
Amen.
amen. The blessings that we take it to, but there are dream theme behind the blessings, you know. There are dream theme because Marvin,
Sorry.
for some strange, I just realized this evening, when Marvin sends the message, I wasn't at home, so it was like on my way home, I was like, but this guy, the way he's happy, let me go and check what exactly is going on, because I know before the game, him by 40, almost 50 points.
Okay.
So when I opened, I was like 22 or 21. I'm like, hey, in less than 3 weeks, Marvin has jumped like from 60 to just 20. No, I have to balance the work. The equation is not balancing for me at all. It's not working. But
aside that, I was reminding you that you need to stop taking your hits. At where you are, when you take hits, any little hits always affect you. Me, I'm at the back,
yes,
and I'm trying to
yes,
climb. So I'm only
yes,
always trying to push
yes,
and push and push to move higher. So that
yes,
is
yes.
it there. So
That's
Charlie,
about it. Just
you
before Marvin
okay?
comes in, I wanted, you mentioned your take on the AFCON. I want Marvin's take on the AFCON. He's been posting some comments on our other group, and I'd like him to share it with us.
So Marvin, over to you.
In terms of how the AFCON has gone so far,
Yeah.
Charlie, is boring, please. The only nice game in the AFCON so far has been I think I watched the Nigeria Egypt game was good. I think Nigeria really have a good team. Charlie, I'm wondering if Dennis was there right now. What will possibly be adding to the team, because I think Nigeria has a good team. I haven't watched
If he was
Cameroon.
there,
Dennis, Emmanuel Dennis.
it
Emmanuel
would have been absolutely
Yeah,
no.
because
Because I watched just a bit of the highlights.
they were really
They are the
attack
only
minded.
team that has played as a team.
So far, okay.
And I think the Cote d'Ivoire game
Yeah.
too, I think was good. I think that one too was decent. But I don't know, man, Charlie. I mean, in general,
The
I think
striking,
the quality of football, of course, is of course lower than the European League or the European competition that we are used to, or the World Cup,
No,
which is
it's also because of how physical our game is, and
yeah. So
they don't give the spaces for you to
and then
allow the attacking play to flow.
they just play shot by heart. Any shot be a time be a normal ball over the bar.
from any from any angle, and even when players are close. Today, I got a glimpse of some of the matches, and I'm like, but you're this close, and you're just ballooning the ball. It's like no finesse, no technique.
Yeah.
It's just about
I think
hitting the
we
ball
were like,
from any
I
side.
think whether it's an I don't
Part
know
of
whether it's
the
an African thing or what, but I think maybe we concentrate more on defense, because you realize all the things are
Yeah,
1-0,
yeah.
0-0, 1-0, you know.
Nobody wants to concede.
Yeah, I think we are prone to
But
the defensive side of things. Either that or our quality up front is no good.
this
It has to be one.
this afternoon's game, how do you call it? The Cameroon game. When I got back home, it was 4-1. Cameroon had won
Cameroon.
4-1.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
I think yes.
I think in the first game the one was
So I
2-1,
think
right?
2-1. Yes. So
I
they
think they're
have
the one
qualified
wrapping up.
now. But anyway, not to to divert, but so at least that's our take on the AFCON.
Yes. Before that, Marvin,
Yeah.
I was saying earlier on that some people are saying that Salah should be knocked out so that Salah can come back to FPL.
Hopefully, I will-
Praying that he'll be knocked out so that how have you praying that game with 23? They are expecting that by game with 23, the guy will be back. So people are actually
Let him play that
Wait, just
yes.
not to cut you in the comment section. Someone is still asking if you can join the league. and
Yeah.
then he wants the code. So can we help him out, please?
Okay. So I was okay. So the code. Let's go back and see this one's like okay. So the code is UHF ZZC. UHF ZZC. So in one bar, that's the code UHF ZZC. If you have subscribed to the channel, you are always allowed to join the code. Okay, great. So this is my team also as well. I did. Well, I remember I told you that the Boeing move was very important to me. I told you that was the. I've been talking about let's delay our moves to deadline, and that I always need to make. But I told you that Boeing has been doing me left and right. I bought him, I sold him. I think because of the West Ham game that was postponed, I sold him, and then later on I had to buy him again. So, and I told you that if I know that Bowen might get injured or next West Ham's match might be postponed, but let me buy him once and for all. If I don't buy this guy will hit again. I'll miss him again because I have missed 2 of his hits so far this season. The one at Chelsea and then the one at I think Palace or something like that. And I said, Master, let me buy Aquan once and for all. And I bought him. And then I took a -8 to bring in Son and Gray. Roland, I nearly captain Son, remember? Like I died. Like I died now. Then
I'm looking the other way for you.
Yeah, okay, great. So we what Calvert-Lewin and Gray, knowing that they had 2 matches and one against Norwich and then against Leicester, and then how can Calvert-Lewin and you Gray, you're on the pitch and Gordon is got this boys there. Oh, what boys saw there? Yes, but whatever it is, we'll take it like that. I think the week was okay thanks to Bowen. Bowen was the guy who really did a bit there, the captaincy there. So we'll look at how to improve from there. I don't want to talk much about Charlie. This is the past. At least I have moved forward small.
But you've risen, you've come up rank. Wow, it'd be so.
Yes, great. I need to move forward more. And I'm Marvin, what's today?
No, actually. FPL Ambassador more.
That was wrong with Victor. Oh, Charlie, this is yours. A green arrow. Second consecutive green arrow. Right?
Really? Isn't it a rare? I thought I was going anyway.
Okay. The one I edited was that game week was not 21 and 20 was not had not ended when we had our last show. So maybe it ended in a red. Okay, don't worry.
So of course, green arrow. Overall rank wise, of course, it doesn't seem big because I just checked. It was just like
some small.
Like 9,000 places per. Like I entered 200. So, but aside that, looking at it on the face value, I think it was a good week for me. Of course, the Bowen captaincy did it for me. I know in terms of captaincy, people were between Bowen and Antonio. So when Antonio scored in the first game and Bowen just got it, I'm like, oh no, Charlie. And
Charlie, I say a view.
Bowen I'm going to buy. This one to Warsaw. So I think he did justice, of course, in the second game against Norwich. Aside that, of course, we're looking forward. We had Everton assets because we're looking forward to the second game as well, which, as COVID has it, this season, didn't come off. Of course, it was very annoying that Watkins also there's not because nobody heard anything about Watkins. We heard no, the guy is not playing.
COVID. Oh, it's like that, just like that.
Yeah. And of course, I knew
like how of my word like that.
And then of course Foden didn't play as well. I mean, they said he had COVID and things. Charlie, I just took a chance and Charlie gave me 2-0. And then Dennis to play the match at 45 minutes, they take you out. I don't know whether he's thinking about AFCON or he's actually honestly, personally, I have a feeling that this AFCON thing is not going. I think it's going to affect him. So
psychologically,
I don't know. Maybe it was just a knock, or maybe because if you listen to Ranieri, I think Dennis was a bit upset that he couldn't go to AFCON. So I don't know whether it becomes some keen this thing that his head is not in the right place.
Please. You should give us our point this week before you start doing those things.
Maybe it will affect his performance, but anyway, we'll see. I mean, we have him in our team, so there's nothing we can really. You can take him out there. So we'll just keep it like that. Yeah, Antonio, of course, because I did a minus. I think I did a minus. I did a minus five. I
-4,
brought in
-4.
Antonio and Gray, and took out. I think I took. I can't remember who I took out. I have to check.
It is long in memory.
Yeah, like it's so long ago. I think I took out. Who are my strikers? I took out. Charlie, I'm struggling. Sorry.
Is it Adams? Is it the
No,
Adam
Saint
guy,
Max.
the man
I think
from?
actually Alan Saint Maximan or something, and brought in
Yes,
Antonio. Yeah, and I think that did that. Yeah, and I think I got some money. Who did I take? I took out Bernardo. Yes.
Bernardo
I took
Silva.
out Bernardo, brought in Gray. So I kept Foden, and took out Bernardo, brought in Gray, and then Antonio. Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay. Charlie.
So one paid off. Unfortunately, Gray didn't pay off. But we'll take it like that, Charlie. 75 points.
Take it like that.
71 points, Charlie. We'll take
Charlie,
it.
you 70 Charlie.
So we'll take it.
So the table is still there. People are making rank in the FPL table as well. So whoever will be on top at the end is surely gonna win it. So this is our take, Charlie. Some went well, some didn't go well. This is way too back in history. So we'll try and move straight to our main takes for this week, because this game week is just ahead of us. Roland, you have a double game week.
So I've gone and go for Sanchez. Brighton haven't looked so solid defensively, but I've seen in Sanchez making some improvements, making more saves in the past 3 weeks than I've seen him make the whole of last season. Because his defense, because Dunk has been out injured, the defensive aspect of their game has gone a bit out of the window. But I think that games against Crystal Palace, games against Chelsea, not necessarily clean sheets, but I see him making more saves, having more save points for those games. And maybe the Crystal Palace game, them playing at home. And theirs is a derby. So it means that, theirs is a derby. I've forgotten what it's called, or something derby. So that game is taken very, very seriously. It's taken very, very seriously. So it's not a high-scoring game. I can't see a high-scoring game, but I mean, for that and the Chelsea game, I see saves. Then for defender, I've gone in for Reguilon, or however his name is pronounced. Is it Reguilon or Reguilon? Or... So
don't mind Marlvin. Don't mind Marlvin.
He's not on my mind, but I mean, this is the second game week running that I've gone for him. The first game week he did okay, a number of crosses, a number of shots, and their games are not. You see, that's why we were talking about it from the beginning. That it's a tricky game week.
It's a tricky game week.
Yes, because you look at it, Reguilon has 2 game weeks, but when you look at it, it's like the single game week players rather have the easier fixtures than those playing a double game week, and that's why it's because Reguilon plays against Arsenal, then he plays against Leicester. That's where it's a bit dicey. But these defenders usually, when you own them because of the attacking output. The defensive one is more or less like a bonus, even though it's actually supposed to be the other way around. So that is how I'm looking at it. For instance, Alonso conceded 2, but he gave an assist and ended up coming out with 6 points. So that's more or less it. Yeah, so that's just an example for managers to be aware of. The midfield, I've gone in for Madison. If only their matches don't get postponed. It's as if they are waiting for their African contingency.
Go on, Roland, go on.
To be able to, they are refusing to play. They are refusing to play because if they were able to play that FA Cup, I don't know why they weren't able to play against.
No. The FA Cup. What actually happened is that the Premier League said that they couldn't afford any postponement with the FA Cup because of how the fixtures are. So what they said was that the rule was very clear for the FA Cup. You can play academy players for the FA Cup, but then for the Premier League, you have to field academy players who have had at least 1 senior appearance. So the rule for the FA Cup and the Premier League is a little bit different. So
it's a bit different.
So for the FA Cup, any academy player can play, but for the Premier League, that is why you realize that they were able to fill the team for the
Okay.
yes, so that's the but this week.
Okay. So I think
You can continue.
that Madison has been on top form for the past several weeks. I mean, he's been a go-to man at Leicester, and once these two games go ahead as scheduled, I feel he'll be a good addition to anyone's team. Then for it, I've gone for Kane. Kane loves the London Derby. Kane loves
Okay.
playing against Leicester. It's not always been so this season. I've seen that strategy I've been using this season hasn't been working for me at all personally, because you look at it and you tell that when you are going for records, it's just not there. Because I look at Calvert-Lewin, he has scored against Brighton over and over and over again. Then he blanks against them. You look at Antonio, he had scored against. So it's just like you look at players and they just keep going blank. But I think that with the way the Premier League is, definitely Spurs losing their first game against Arsenal, I don't think Conte will want a repeat of that. So I'm looking at Kane, and Leicester's defense is still not good. So for forward, I've gone for Kane. Then differential player, I've gone for Jay Rodriguez. He has two favorable fixtures, but would you trust a player who is what 6.5?
Chris Wood is gone.
That is it, because Wood is gone, right? And Burnley, their system of football now, they wouldn't have to loft balls into the box. It will be more of playing the ball on the ground. Do they have the players to do that now? That means that they have to adjust. And Cornet is also not around. If Cornet was around, I'm sure everyone would have jumped on him by now, because the fixtures are good. Yeah, I think, who do they have? They have Leicester and Watford. So those are really favorable, yes, in terms of attack. So I think that Jay Rodriguez should be able to take his chances this week. If he can't take it against Leicester and Watford, I don't know. I don't know. Then they have to stand up. Yeah. Then finally for the captaincy, I've gone for Dennis. Dennis has been on form. But Marvin has gone for, or has made a good point, in the sense that the guy is not too happy, because he posted on his Twitter that he was coming to AFCON. And you see, like we mentioned earlier, Nigeria seems like the only solid team that can win it. And if you want to win laurels in your, playing career, these are opportunities that you have to grab. Definitely, you can't win anything at Watford. So maybe you saw this Nigerian team.
Who told you? Master, you can go to. Let me tease you. But you can go to the championship and win a championship title.
Okay. But you see, if you ask Dennis right now, boss, which one you go take now? You go take championship or you go take AFCON? You go say, Chairman, I go take AFCON now. So you can tell that he would have preferred to be with a Nigerian team. And I think that what they did was just a gimmick. I think he just complained about a knock and he was taken off to make it seem like, oh, he's hurt. That's why he can't even go to the AFCON, so that we can squash all the news surrounding him not going. So I just think that his media, kind of poor play. I don't see it as anything serious. He's not injured. He's fit to play, right? So this is my lineup for this game.
These are your lineup, okay? So Sanchez, Reguilon, Madison, Kane, Jay Rodriguez, and then Dennis. Okay. So
now, Ray, how do you see that?
How do I see?
How do you see the take? How do you see the key players for my game week?
I think all these guys have the possibility to hit. They can go high and hit, and if they hit, they'll hit well. The only one is Sanchez. Maybe Sanchez might get a penalty save somewhere. The one who gets that one, the Charlie, that one, everything will be over there. But I think the guy to watch out is Madison. If only. The only challenge is if their game is not called off. That's my only worry there. If their game will not be called off there. Marvin.
I think Marvin is on the phone, so
sure. Okay, don't worry. So
that's
you're asking. Don't worry. Yes. So your take. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. My take or my team? But you switch to my team.
Yes, your take. Your key players.
Okay. Yeah, so for goalie, I've gone for Lloris. As I think Roland said, I think the games are a bit tricky this week. I mean, even though it's a double game week, Lloris has Arsenal and Leicester. It's not too straightforward whether he's going to keep a clean sheet in any of the games or it's going to come from save points. But out of the two games, I think he should be one of the top goalkeepers in the game week just because he has a double game week. And either Arsenal or Leicester, even both, I'm sure he'll put in a good performance because this season he's been racking up decent points. And since Antonio Conte came as well, they've been more solid. So that's why I've gone for Lloris. Defender-wise, I've gone for Luton. Now, Luton, as you mentioned, is against Watford and is it Leicester? Yes, Watford and Leicester. And I've gone for him because out of the Burnley defenders, I think he's the one who is, of course, most attacking. I think on average he has a little bit more points than the other defenders because he's also plays on the wings. He's likely to maybe get an assist. And the two teams that we are talking about here, they are both attack minded, and that's why maybe I haven't gone for central midfielder, but because they are both attack minded, I think it's possible, even if it's not a clean sheet, maybe we can get an assist in one of the games or try and put in a good performance. So that's what happened. Midfielder wise, I've gone for no other than Gerard Bowen. Charlie, the guy is on fire. So I think he's still going to have, because he's been producing results game after game, and with his 2 goals against Norwich, I think Leeds also are not having the best of seasons with all the players that are out and things. So I think he'll have another good game against Leeds, even though it's just a one game. But I think he can have a good game there. So that's what I've gone for. I've gone for Bowen. For forward, I've gone for King. Honestly, this one is throw of a dice. Some people are saying, are you going for Dennis? Are you going for King? It's a very tricky one. I think, as Raymond said like a couple of weeks ago, grass versus analytics or whatever it is. So statistics will favor King. The eyes will favor Dennis. So King's underlining stats, I think, are actually better than Dennis, but Dennis is outperforming him. So it's a tricky one, and he's also on penalties. So that's why I really have gone for King, but it's literally a throw of a dice in between the two. Differential, I've gone for
Trossard.
Yeah, I've gone for Trossard. Reason being that he, of course, sometimes even plays a false 9 in the Brighton team. That's if he doesn't, depending on the formation that what's their coach Graham Potter decides to use. So he's pretty much their main goal threats. Once upon a time, he used to be one Pascal Gross. Right now, I think the main man is Trossard, and I think if there are going to be goals coming through, it's going to come through Trossard. So that's where I've gone, and he has 2 game weeks as well, with Chelsea and Crystal Palace. I think the Crystal Palace game, it can go either way, but maybe I'll go for more of an attacking kind of game, whereby I think Charlie there might be like something similar to maybe the Everton game that was 3-2. I think maybe the Crystal Palace game can be like that, and if that happens, that means somebody like Trossard will definitely be among the goals. Captaincy, I've gone for 1C Papa. His opponents don't look bad at all, but United as a whole, Charlie, they are not correct. Their performance as a whole has not been great at all. But if there's going to be any goal involvement, it's going to likely come from C. Ronaldo. And I mean, if he gets a goal against Aston Villa, if he gets a goal against Brentford, Charlie, that's 12 points. 12 times 24. 12 times 2, Charlie, that's 24 points. School 24 points for anyone. So that's what I've gone for Ronaldo. I mean, I think he's flagged at the moment also. I think I saw that he was flagged.
Yeah.
But when it's yellow, normally I don't play.
I hear he's trained. There's been pictures of him in training today. So
yeah, when it's yellow,
most likely.
But I think it was precautionary. That's why he didn't play the FA Cup. So I think he should have the 2 games with his rest over the break. So yes.
So you're saying that the captain for the week is definitely Ronaldo. Is that what you're saying?
The captaincy are three options. Roland went for 1. I've gone for 1. The other person is going to be King. So, and some people might even say King. I don't know who will captain. I think it's only a brave person who will captain a single game week person when you have premium assets and people, somebody like Kane and Dennis. So definitely, if I was supposed to choose captaincy, I think between the four, the Bahamis, one of them should be your captain, which is Ronaldo, Kane, King, or Dennis.
What about Madison?
Madison is a good shout, actually. Madison is a good shout primarily because of the Burnley game. The Tottenham game looks good on paper,
Okay.
but you never know what Tottenham is going to turn up. Is it a Tottenham that's going to be tight at the back
Okay.
and make it difficult for Leicester to break through, or is it a Tottenham that's actually 2-2, some 2-2 scoreline? I think it might be. I think in terms of
Charlie.
the Burnley game, that is has a higher prospect for Madison. And right now they've lost. I know it's not really related, but right now they've lost. What's it called? They've lost Chris Wood. I don't know what they are going to do in the team, honestly, what they're going to do in the game. So
Master,
I think
they
they
need
might.
money.
I think they might be in a little disarray or so. So I think
This
definitely
this
Madison.
this is the time for Vidra to step up. Oh, seriously, because the guy is a baller. It's just
Hey, what
unfortunate that he's
dear,
not
Is he
been
injured?
getting
Is
much
what
he,
dear,
chance.
is he,
what
is he
what
playing?
dear,
I thought
what?
he was injured.
Say that
Vidra.
again.
I said I thought Vidra. Is he not injured? Let me see. These people,
Check for
their
me.
players are injured.
What
Burnley,
dear, what
Burnley, Burnley,
dear.
Burnley,
This is the
Burnley,
time for
Burnley. Okay, Vidra is
Vedra to
yellow.
step up.
His
You
illness. I don't
realize
know
that.
if he got COVID or what, but he's yellow. He's yellow flag.
Okay, so it's just a
Eh,
matter of Jay Rodriguez doing the business.
Did he score in the
okay.
previous match?
As you are
How
talking
did-
about,
He scored in the FA Cup.
Oh, okay.
as you are talking about Jay Rodriguez, talk about your team, Rowland Ekuban. What are you doing?
Charlie, our free hit. It's most likely our free hit
Ah,
because
so why do you want to free hit? I'm listening.
okay, because when I look at the team, Son won't be back till February ending, right? And then I look at my front line. That's where the issue is for me. Is either I maintain these guys and bring in one of Ronaldo, Dennis, or Kane, or I change all three. Because if you look at Norwich against Everton, okay, it's not a bad fixture on paper for Calvert-Lewin, right? But the thing is, if one game is done, Bowen didn't have a great game the first game week, but he did the second week. You get it. So if
Okay.
I put all my hope in Calvert-Lewin scoring against Norwich, scoring a goal, and it doesn't happen, that means that I don't have any cover for the following week. It's the same with Watkins, same with Antonio. Looking at his Bowen can cover Antonio for me, right? I don't need Bernardo against Chelsea. I don't need Son in my team. So more or less, the front three, I can change everyone. Now I look at Bowen, I look at Jota, I look at TA, I can keep those three. Now, like Marvin was saying, if I bring in a Lloris or a De Gea or a Sanchez, I have 2 game weeks. Two games to play in the game week, right? Alonso could go for
Okay.
possibly for Region, right? So if I want to change, maybe I want to change about 7 or 8 players. That'll be better, and I'll get back my same players for the following game week when the fixtures are good.
Okay.
So I don't see why I
Okay.
should let these players go
Go.
and try and get them back.
Mhm.
I don't know if you get my point.
Okay.
Yes.
And
Because
much less when you have when you have and much
go
less
on,
when you have
Raymond.
2 of your free hits still there. I'm saying much less when
Yes,
you have 2 of your
exactly.
free hits chips left. Yes.
Yeah.
So then you can just
Yeah.
okay, great, not bad. Okay. I think
But
we
Marvin,
can
how
move
do,
on,
how do
right?
you see it?
You see, this particular game week, right? It's honestly very difficult to decide between the two. So I think
Okay.
um it is going to be very much on team and team based. The reason why I'm saying that is,
Okay.
so for example, if I'm going to free hit, which of course I'm also thinking about, but then I have the likes
Uh-huh.
of the single game weeks: Antonio, Bowen, Jota, Calvin, and I don't have Calvin actually. I have Bowen, Antonio,
Gray.
Jota, Gray, Alexander
I have
Arnold.
Gray, yeah.
I have De Gea in post. I have Dennis, who already have 2 games, of course. But let me focus on Roland's team. So, if you are free hitting, are you comfortable taking those players out, knowing that they have good game weeks? That's the first question you should ask yourself, because you should know that double game weeks, and we've had it so many times that you're going to bring a double game week person, and then the one single game week player outperforms a double game week person, which is so annoying.
I will be crying.
So, yeah, which is so annoying. So, if what I was also to say is that for some people in their teams, for me, for example, I have 2 players who have a double game week. So if can I get
Let me get your team
for even like a -8 to bring in like 5 players? Yeah, 5 players, and just save my free hit for, because this season has been uncertain. But maybe with your team, you have Alonso. So Alonso is really much your only person who has a double game week.
Yeah.
So honestly, if I was in your
Can I
position,
go back to my team?
if you're in your position, because if you even do, what are you going to do? Minus what, 12 to get what, 4 players? Or
where's my team? Oh, Ray, can you put that for me, please?
Okay. You have Alonso. You have Alonso.
Alonso is my only double game week player.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So if I was in your position, I think I'll free hit. The reason being that I have only Alonso. So how many players can I get in a double game week? Let's say I even do, you like do -8. Let's say you do -8 safe. That's what 3 additional players.
He likes the -8.
That's 4 players.
Yes.
Are you confident with 4 players? I mean, for me personally, 4 to 5 players. If I can get 4 to 5 players, I'll think about it in terms of not free hitting and saving it for a better game week. But can I put in what's it called, a better free hitting, and also help me increase up the ranks and things? If I was your position, they are free hits, because I just have 1 player, because I have 2 at the moment, so I can do a -4 and get 4 players, maximum -8 and get 5. But if I just 1 player there,
Marvin, use the opportunity to talk about your team as well, okay?
Yeah. So as I said, I'm also really thinking about it, really thinking about the free hit. But what I'm also thinking about is, should I do like a -4 and get in 4? Because I have 2 players, right? I have the here, and I have Dennis, of course. So can I do a -4 or maximum -8, get 5 double game week players, and then save the free hit? Or I should just do a free hit? So that is something I've been thinking about, honestly, like the whole week. Because if I'm going to free hit, the likes of Bowen, the likes of Antonio, the likes of Gray, like Jota, Alexander Arnold, Charlie, these are 5 quality. And Watkins against what's it called? Against Manchester United. And yet Manchester City, for example, Manchester City, I think they kept the clean sheet against Chelsea in the first game. Now they are playing at home. So it's not that scary. You understand? So this week, it's a difficult one. It can go either way. And I'm really thinking about it. Really thinking about it.
Marvin.
Yeah.
Marvin, please. There's a question in the chat for us. Who is more essential this week? Kane, Dennis, or Kane? Where would you go if you have?
If I had to choose one, I'll go for Dennis. My rank, I'll do Dennis, Kane. Dennis, because number one, I like the fixtures. So there are 2 things. I like the fixtures that he's going to play. He's playing against the Newcastle side and the Burnley side. These sides are some people might call the whipping boys. When you get them, you bang them and you make your points. If people are going to score, it's likely to be between King and Dennis. Dennis, of course, has been performing well than King. So I would rank Dennis, and Dennis has been a good player this season. If you look at the FPL or whatever right now, I think he's, in terms of strikers, he's possibly like 3rd or something, or is he even 1st? I don't think he's 1st. Let me just check right now.
Yeah, I think it's 2nd or so.
Dennis is number 2, literally just 2 points behind Antonio. So I would pick Dennis over, and Kane is now picking up form. So I'll pick Dennis over the rest any day.
And then in picking Dennis, it gives you the funds to be able to get other players. Like you can have Dennis and then Ronaldo, but you can't
Yeah.
have Kane and then Ronaldo as well. So and it frees you the cash to spread the money across board. Kane might hit, but the way Kane might hit and then Dennis might hit, the points are quite very similar. So we'll see how it goes from there. Okay,
Guys, give me a second.
great.
I'll
I
be
think
back
we've
shortly.
talked about it. Okay, sure, no problem. Okay, so this is my team as well. So what I am doing, I have Son is injured, Salah not here. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on bringing Ronaldo to replace Davis. So Ronaldo will replace Davis, and then at Salah's place, if I'm being just a -4, I'm going to bring Ronaldo, and then I'll have only 6 million left. That's 6 million. I can buy Lanzini. It's only Lanzini I can buy. I can't buy Gallagher. I can't buy Trossard. I would have wanted to buy Trossard, but Trossard is 6.1. So that is what I'm thinking about now. Just a -4 to have Ronaldo, and then I'll have Lanzini. Then I'll play the formation there. The team is already set up,
Okay.
and captain will be default Ronaldo, targeting the Brentford game. That is one. The other thing is that I am looking at Madison. If I'm very convinced that the Madison game will come on, then rather I'll sell Salah, Davis, and Rhys James. So Salah, Davis, and then Rhys James, those on the bench. So that I'll have Ronaldo, Madison, and then a 4.0 defender. So that I can have Madison and then Ronaldo in my team. And then I'm good to go. Son will come to the bench. Then the captain would be Ronaldo still as well. I'm a bit tempted by Kane, but Charlie, what Kane has done to me this year, I don't want to go back there again. Maybe I might cry next week, but next week by this time. So that is it.
Well, I just looking at your team, it looks set up for a couple of weeks to come. Minus Alonso, of course. But the rest, I mean, Cancelo, Man City's fixtures are good. Liverpool same, Wolves same. So I think that the structure, the structure of the teams have been set in such a way that if your team is not good, it's not good cry. If it's good, it's good. There's no real middle ground moving forward because of the postponements and the rescheduling of games. So I think yours moving forward, you don't have much of tinkering to do. Yeah, you don't have much of tinkering to do. And I think I mentioned this to you. The Aston Villa game will have more goals in it than the Brentford game. I'm just putting it out there for you to understand. Why? Because Brentford, how do you call it? Aston Villa plays full attack. If you watch the game, the FA Cup game, you would have seen the number of chances Man United got from a counter-attacking position. And I keep re-emphasizing it, that the Aston Villa game, if Ronaldo is to get in the goals, it will be the Villa game, not the Brentford game. Because Brentford attack all right, but they defend a lot. They concede a lot, but they are more of a defensive team, and they'll be like you. They want you to break them down. And United isn't good at that. Aston Villa, the way they've been playing throughout is attack. You got like 5 or 6 counter attacks. They just couldn't finish it. So it will be the same, and more so them playing at home. So I think that I share your sentiment where, like, you're talking about the fact that Aston Villa is a tougher nut to crack. And when it comes to counter attack, you know that United is game. So if you captain Ronaldo, you get your point.
United boys, no.
Raymond, sorry, what are you doing for your team? Are you taking a hit, some hits, or you're free hitting? Or
yes. Oh, sorry.
In a week,
I was saying that I would do a -4, most likely to bring Ronaldo, and then Ronaldo for Davis, and then Salah will go, and then I have only 6 million left, and I can buy Trossard. Trossard is 6.1, Gallagher is 6.1, so I have to buy a 5.8 or something, and I think I might go with Lanzini and do a double up with Bowen against Leeds. That is one. The other way is if I think that Madison will be very, very fit, then instead of buying Trossard, I'd rather get extra cash and buy Madison. So I have Ronaldo, Madison, and then a 4.0 defender. I'll sell Rich James and do a -8. But where I am, I'm trying to be very careful. Either I will do it or I won't do it. So I have to decide. So by tomorrow, I'll be able to decide by then if I get info from the Leicester camp.
Sure.
Great.
You see, the thing is one of the worries for me. You know, having Madison in your team, the rest of his fixtures upcoming are rubbish. That's where the problem lies.
Oh, don't worry. Don't worry. Rafinha
No,
is
I'm
back
just,
on my radar. I told you Rafinha.
Oh
no,
yeah,
I'm just saying yes.
It's for managers to appreciate the fact that if you are thinking of bringing, if you are thinking of bringing in double game week players because you want the points, selling them, bringing them out will be an issue. So if you don't have a plan in your pocket, then you have to be careful because these single game week players have better fixtures long term than these double game week players. So even Ronaldo, the fixtures na ensured Ankoye Biasa. So
Roland,
we had a
whole
okay.
If you're going to free hit, who are going to be your strikers?
I'll have, if I free hit, it's Kane, Ronaldo, and Dennis.
Spot on.
I see.
Spot on.
What about King?
If you are creating that's so,
yes, you see, it's a straight shootout for me between Dennis and King. You know, sometimes when I've learned something from FPL, not only this season, when all of us feel that one particular player will hit, then the other one hits. For instance, like the way you guys got it right for the Bowen and I got it wrong for the Antonio, then we all jump in on Dennis, knowing that Dennis is the one who's been producing the points, just for King to overtake him the following week. So it happens. So it's a straight shootout. But like Raymond has been saying, where my position is right now, where I am, I'm going to just maintain the rank where I am, have my two, have Dennis and be okay. Have Kane and be okay because Kane will start. Dennis will start both games. Ronaldo fit will start both games. So that's why I'm going in for that.
Interesting.
But how about
Roland,
if you were to
free hit your free hit?
If I free hit, that's option strikers, those three. Another option is I might drop I might drop Ronaldo and bring in King. So that's the second option. So I'll double up on the Watford. Yeah, double up on the
double up on Watford.
Sure. Yeah, let's be honest. Since Ranier,
let's not forget Watford.
Since Ranier came, apart from the Burnley game, and Burnley are rubbish. If you check United, they just been scoring one. That's number one. And Aston Villa, they are not such a push over. And I think neither is Brentford. I think there's something about Brentford, which is very, very.
Yeah, that's what Raymond has been saying. Yeah.
If anything, I think United might get more against Aston Villa than Brentford. That was honestly that's what I thought. But then you see Southampton against Brentford, and they scored them like 4-1. You just beat them like that. I don't know what's going to Brentford on that day. I don't know whether it's just a glitch but Southampton. Attacking wise, Southampton have been, since Ranier came, Southampton have actually been better than United. Let's be honest. So if a team like Southampton is really scoring 4-1 against, and don't forget they had their new owner there as well. So I think maybe there was other motivation for them to play that game. But you know that with United, number one, with Ronaldo, the rumors behind about Ronaldo and his teammates, number one. There being clicks in the team, this 4-2-2-4-2 formation, I don't really think is working, and all of that. So if I was supposed to go, the only reason maybe I'll go for Ronaldo, honestly, is going to be because of fear of missing out. That's the only reason that make me go for Ronaldo over somebody like King. But playing somebody against Newcastle and Burnley, Charlie. Charlie, just put all your eggs in that Watford basket and Charlie, just hope for the best. Because if Ronaldo is going to score,
Charlie.
honestly, I don't see Ronaldo scoring more than one goal each in those games. However, say Uncle Dennis in Sema, between Dennis and King there, I can hedge my bets and also at least go on and talk about
One of them. One of them.
so which the one that you have, is it the one that you are
Yeah,
going to get a point from? So Charlie, that's what I've been thinking about if I'm going to buy a striker. If I say Ronaldo create pra, if I'm buying it, remember I don't know it's easier.
That, you see, that's the thing. If you look at it from that angle too, I was wishing that one would be. Or Raymond, what are you thinking?
I agree.
With what
Because
exactly?
I agree with the
very
point.
tricky. Because if the honest truth is that if there's
It's
any
quite
goal
tricky.
to come out
It's
of
either you go. So in Watford like this, you might have Kane as assistant Dennis. So if the goals will flow, you might have them getting involved in there. So and Watford and Newcastle might be a relegation battle. And that relegation battle, sometimes you'll be surprised that game will have more goals. And Watford Burnley might also have more. It might be more explosive than the game that we think. So if the goals come in those games, then you know your guys can do it. But it's always tricky here or there. So whatever, I think any of those, or as he's mentioned, those four guys, Kane, Ronaldo, Dennis, Kane. So any of the three, any combo you will use, just cross your heart and then let's see how it goes. It can go on very well.
But if anything, I think that Kane will not be highly owned, so you can easily do away with Kane and get Kane. Because looking at the fixtures, managers will not really fancy Harry Kane against Arsenal because Arsenal have had a good defensive run.
But those are the games that Harry Kane sometimes will hit.
Okay, relax.
If go, he can hit
Kane
against.
is more owned than King.
He can hit against Leicester.
Kane is 12.5% owned. King is 8.2% owned. Yeah, so more people own King than King.
Yeah, Kane is.
I didn't know you're ding.
This game
it's like there are two
everything
constants,
is tricky.
Dennis and Ronaldo, but the other one to complete the set is where the confusion is. So right now, no, everyone is
what I see.
You guys frozen.
Yeah.
Hitting. But any of these three is what will determine how the game will go. So Charlie, as of now, we can't predict, and however we'll go, we'll take it like that. Okay.
But if I push you to the wall, you need to pick your three. Okay, Marvin has chosen his three. I've chosen mine. Choose yours.
Kane, Ronaldo, Dennis. Kane, Ronaldo, Dennis.
So you've gone with what I went for.
But yes, but on a very analytical point, somebody who needs to catch up rank, I think you should double up on Watford than Ronaldo. Ronaldo is more of safety and surety. At least Ronaldo will score one goal in the games. Then these guys, anything can happen, they might not score. But when they score, they will hit. So I think that is how it will go there. We're good to go.
Yeah.
All right. That's fine.
Okay, great.
Now, talking about now, who are you going to captain? If you are supposed to free it, and those three
Ronaldo.
Or four. Ronaldo. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Rowland.
Dennis is between Dennis and Harry Kane for me. But with the fear of missing out, I just go Ronaldo. But
I mean, me fucking because what for Ronaldo, what for Dennis, I'm me fucking. And let's just confuse ourselves, right? When they finish it, I don't know because
that's why this game is very tricky. It's very tricky.
So,
this game we can tricky.
Thanks to managers for whatever you have done. We would see you very soon. All the best, everyone. And then Happy New Year. In fact, this is our first show for this year. We've not been able to wish managers Happy New Year. So Happy New Year. More the best of FPL in this year. We know that wonderful things will come in. And we just pray that the COVID situations come down so that we have more stable and enjoyable FPL, because over the Christmas, the FPL was not enjoying at all. But we just hope that things go on well. Okay. Anything that we can go? Okay. So
Thank you for the viewers.
bye, Marlvin.
All right.
Hope to see
You're
you next
joining us
week.
as well, have been with us.
All right.
And yes,
See
as well.
you.
And Roland.
And subscribe if you haven't subscribed.
Bye.
Okay.
Yes,
Goodbye.
as well. Bye.
Bye.